UK. I would like to do a quick talk about why the Libertarian Party UK is not really libertarian, and how if you want libertarianism in the UK, you should avoid them. I mean, if you want libertarianism anywhere, a political party isn't the way to go, but why the Libertarian Party UK is particularly bad. So we've all heard the old Benjamin Franklin quote, the democracy is two wolves and a lamb deciding what to eat for lunch, liberty is a well-armed lamb contesting the vote. Well, guess what? LP UK support direct democracy. Now, whatever you may think of libertarianism, you should know that democracy, where your neighbour can vote away your rights if they don't like it and they can get the majority to agree, and liberty, where that isn't the case and you have a set of inalienable rights guaranteed by a Bill of Rights and a Constitution, are antithetical to each other. So when a party claims to support direct democracy, they're not going to be libertarian. However, that's not the main thing. It was Winston Churchill who said that the best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with your average voter. Whatever you may think of Churchill, indeed I think he could be considered a war criminal, there's some truth to that saying. She's not a Christian, eh? Dark-sided, slagix, gargoyles. However, the main issue I have with the Libertarian Party UK is how they respond to criticism and anybody disagreeing with the admins. So, me and a guy called Thomas disagreed with one of the admins and said that direct democracy wasn't libertarian, and we got banned. Now, obviously, at first we thought it was just a rogue admin. There are 3 or 4 admins on that page, and one of them is known for having quite hostile attitudes towards people who disagree with them. However, it turned out in conversations with the actual chairman of the party, Guy Montrose, that he was quite happy for the banning, even though he wasn't the one who did it, when he realised that I'd engaged in criticism of the party elsewhere. Essentially what they're saying here is, if you don't like it, leave, and also we're upholding the ban because you dared to criticise an authority in our party. Ironically, in an earlier ban in March, they said they wouldn't ban people because banning free speech goes against their policies. Now, obviously the Libertarian Party UK have the right to do with their Facebook page what they will, including getting rid of members who dare to criticise the party. Well, actually, I meant to say purge dissenters there. And because I'm not a paying member, nor any of the other various assortment of people they've censored for criticising an admin. Again, on reflection, I mean dissenters they've purged. There's nothing we can even legally do because obviously they haven't cancelled a membership. I'm not a member, so they haven't expelled a member. They've just censored somebody speaking on a Facebook page. And they have every legal right to do that. It's their personal page, there's been no monetary loss, whatever. What I have to say, though, is, you see, we think when we do something like blocking somebody or censoring them that we're saying something about them, that we're saying they're so barbaric and outrageous that they can't be allowed to engage in civilised discussion. What we're actually doing is saying something about ourselves. We're saying, I'm so retarded and unable to cope with differing opinions and people who don't just stroke my insecure ego, that I must prevent them from being able to utter that speech because I'm weak. If this is how they respond to people criticising them whilst they're just a Facebook fan page, what makes you think they'd be any different if they came to power? Would their level of tolerance of dissent change so that they're more tolerant of dissent under Guy Montrose MP than they are under Guy Montrose of the interwebs? So we've seen how they respond to criticism of the party, and we've also seen how their policies are essentially big-time direct democracy, so a gang of wolves and a lamb voting on what to eat for lunch. If you really trust this party when they say they're libertarian, then you'd probably trust somebody no matter what. Their policies are basically bollocks, 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 shite, bollocks, 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 shite, 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 bollocks, 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 shite. Oh, and did I mention? Bollocks!